I helped start the preschool at Community Church of Joy years ago, and my daughter Katie is now the director there. She worked in the preschool for a long time before she got that job. And then my daughter Sarah, she does a lot of charity work and lots of things for the football team since her son is highly involved. So they're all kind of overachievers, really, and I'm so proud of all of them. Growing up, my parents never went to church. I've never been to church with my parents. And my grandmother did give me a Bible when I was 5. She would pray and talk about God. But it was really my neighbors in 2nd grade that took me to church for the first time. And it was in Topeka, Kansas. They had Sunday school in the basement. And the pastor started out by singing Itsy Bitsy Spider Crawls Up, and I was hooked. But then they moved. So there was a lean time between then because my parents didn't go and I couldn't drive when I was 7. A youth group started from a congregational church, and I had a friend invite me. I think they were ahead of their times, had a lot of parties and dances and fun things to do. Austin here is my hero. He is the most amazing guy I've ever met. Selfless, loving, goes out of his way and talking about my grandkids. When I brought Landon for the first time, and sometimes you have to be a little sneaky to get people here, and Landon was very interested in driving, and he had to have someone in the car with him that was old. So I said, well, you can drive me to church. And that's how we got started. I introduced him to Austin the first day, even though Austin probably didn't know who I was at that point. And Austin showed up at his baseball games. Then he brought all of the youth, and I am telling you, that really caught Landon's attention. You know, he's been here ever since. Both Kenley and Landon went to Community Church of Joy Christian school, and that had a huge effect on them. And so it was ready for her birthday, and she calls and says, Grandma, you know, you got me my first Bible with the pictures and no words, and then you got me my one for junior high, and now I have so many questions. And is there like a grown-up Bible that you could get? Also, I am so excited, and I looked all over. I wanted her to have like a life application Bible. So she was on her way to a national dance championship, and she's calling me from the car and then on the plane saying, this is the most amazing gift you've ever gotten me. So we all like to hear that. I love being part of a smaller church because the church that we were at together originally was huge. And I thought that was kind of fun too because I got to do a lot of stuff, and we did traveling and speaking. But I just love the family atmosphere here. I love the women here. They're amazing. I have to say, it makes my week. When I started it, I can go back to say, I started it out of very selfish reasons. I was the women's director for years at other churches, and I had, you know, as many as 600 people at functions and things. But the size of this church, number one, and the friendliness of the people really drew me. But it was humbling also because I was well known in my churches since I taught all over. And the first time I came in, I sat in the back and kind of just was sizing everything up. And then I didn't know a lot of people at first. I just assumed I would know everybody there. And it was the first time I ever walked in and they didn't say, Ginny, come sit here or sit there. So it really got me to thinking, and I thought, instead of complaining that I don't know anybody, I need to start something. That's when I asked you if I could do a small women's group so I could make friends. And these women are the most amazing women you have ever seen. Just the size, it's when there are like 44 of us now. They help each other. They care about each other. Prayer is a big part of us, but part of it, it's not just a Bible study. We do a short, clip. And then I do questions that will let them know each other better based on whatever I'm showing that day. And they have opened up. It's a safe place to be. I love that. These women don't gossip. They show up and do something. They just take care of each other in big ways as well as small ways. They love each other. They pray. Betsy takes care of our prayer, and she's amazing at prayer and just prays beautifully. And she sends that every week to all of us, so we're praying for each other so we know exactly what's going on. I hope, number one, that women like this and people that come here know how important it is to them to grow closer to God and to pray for each other. And in the world that we're in that is so broken, that's one of the reasons I'm just so blessed to have this group to say how important that is for our kids. I mean, I've seen my kids and grandkids, and that doesn't just happen overnight. You have to invest a lot of time and caring and learn about what they're doing, even if it's not your favorite thing. Love is time. If you don't have time to put faith in action, they could know the whole Bible, but if they don't see you trying to be more like Jesus and more sensitive and more caring about people, it's not going to happen for them, even if they have the best parents ever. I'm thinking, a family without God, I don't know how they're going to make the next generation. That's how important it is to me. I could think of 20 people I could call right now that would be there in a minute. When you live alone, that's really important. Paul's usually the first one there. When my husband passed away, Paul beat the paramedics. So he's always been there for me for everything that I've ever needed. So he's got the true gift of pastoring. I mean, he genuinely cares about every single person in this. I thought this was such a God thing, and I thought, what would kind of explain why I am so passionate about this? And this was written to me by my daughter, Katie. That's Kenley and Landon's mom. Her best friend lived a block from us. Every Saturday night, she would spend the night with me, and usually they would be over playing at our house on weekends. She was just like another daughter in my house. She had to move away, which was really hard on both of them because they'd been best friends since they were 3 years old in preschool. So this is a letter that she wrote to me. Dear Ginny, thank you so much for the kind card and generous gift. I want you to know my faith comes from spending so much of my childhood with your family. You took me to church every week and showed me what faith, compassion, and kindness can be. You raised a daughter who was also so kind and self-assured that she maintained a strong and life-changing friendship with a very shy and awkward little girl, even though I wasn't cool or popular. I hope to raise my girls in this way too. You and your family have always been a role model to me and how I want to live my life. Thank you for welcoming me into your home and showing me such love and kindness. It has impacted my life in more ways than you will ever know. Thank you for everything you have done for me. With love and gratitude, Jamie. So, that's worth it all when you get one of those.